Hey everybody, I'm Chef G and I'm back. You know the story. I've cooked at some of the best restaurants in the world and I probably even cooked for you too. And today is a special treat. I'm making you risotto, aka rice pudding. It's a classic. Every Greek grandmother, I don't want to talk about Yaya again, but anyway, I'm going to show you guys how to make it the quick and easy way. Again, Yorgo, you're going to give the family secret recipe of rice pudding. I should have never shared it with you. But you know what? In these times, we all have to get along, you know what I mean? And everybody loves the rice pudding. You have my blessing, Yorgo. Teach them how to make the risotto. Hey, Yaya Yasu, you're right. In these hard times, we do got to get along. All the stuff going on, the crap in the world, and you know what better than rice pudding? And this is a traditional recipe that I'm going to show you guys how my Yaya made it, but there's a million variations that you could do, but this one is really quick, easy to remember, and simple to make. And these are the ingredients. Milk, obviously, long grain rice, sugar, eggs, an orange zest, a cinnamon stick and ground cinnamon, vanilla, a pinch of salt, and some water. Easy. Long grain rice, I actually use a Carolina rice. You could use an arborio risotto, and water. This is the first step, guys. You bring it up to a boil, and you just cook it until all the water is reduced out. That's it. Nice and easy, this part. While you're waiting for the rice to cook down with the water, I like to put 2 egg whole, and then if the shell ever gets in there, there's a little trick that we do, that you take the egg shell itself, and then you just pop out all the shells. Nice and easy, it comes right out. There you go, right out of the shell, boom, boom. And then we get the other one, nice and easy, crack it in there, no shells. And then I like to use 1 egg yolk only. 1 egg yolk only. Makes it a little creamy. So 2 whole eggs and 1 yolk. And then right in this, I add all the ingredients. I add the sugar. So you got the sugar in there, you're gonna whip it up a little bit. Then I put in a little bit of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I put in like there you go. Then I put in the vanilla. Perfect, that's 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And then I take an orange zest and I zest a little orange in there. This is a little Tangelo, whatever, if you have, or oranges, whatever works for you guys out there. Make this one nice and easy. This is delicious home cooked risotto, rice pudding. There you go. And at this point, I just mix everything up. Mix it up. All right, that's it. That's how easy it is. See, there you go, guys. It's almost reduced out. And it's very similar to making risotto. If you guys ever made risotto, maybe if you guys want me to make a nice risotto for you, I made a nice corn asparagus risotto with chives the other day, some butter from Vermont, similar, something like that. So there you go. We reduced it all down, and this is the part where you add in the 3 cups of whole milk. 3 cups of whole milk, just like that. Pour it right in, nice and simple. Look at how easy this is. I should get my son to make this for us, man. I'll bang this thing out. That's how easy it is. So after the milk goes in, I like to put in a fresh cinnamon stick, a whole, and you just let that come to a boil, and you're constantly gonna stir it here until it's thick, almost like a custard. A little bit step below that, okay? Should take about 15 to 20 minutes. The consistency, we reduce the milk down, but you really wanna make sure that the rice is cooked. And if the rice isn't cooked yet, because the absorption rates are a little bit different with the rice, depending on which rice it is. And this one's very close. But what I am gonna do is if this ever does happen and you get it to this point and it's a little too thick and you think the rice needs a little bit more time, it's a judgment call on your part. You probably don't need to, it'll be a little bit thick. You could always add 1/4 of a cup of milk, just like that. Look at how I loosened that up. And then you let that come to a boil, and then you check the rice again. So there you go. You get to that consistency that is creamy and the rice is cooked. And then you're gonna do a thing called tempering. In French, they call it toulière, but it's also called tempering. So I mixed all the ingredients before really good. And tempering is basically taking the hot ingredient into the room temperature ingredient and slowly incorporating it in so it doesn't curdle or make scrambled eggs. So it's a little bit of labor of love here. You slowly put the rice pudding into the egg yolk mixture. So nice and slow and steady stream. And then you're tempering the rice pudding. Real easy, guys. Not complicated. And there you go. You keep on tempering it in. Keep on doing a little bit at a time. See how slowly it's doing it? Slowly it's going in. Putting the hot ingredient into the room temperature egg ingredient. Not rocket science here, guys. Just making rice pudding. Risogalo. So I do like 2 more spoons here. I pretty much do half of it. Look at how creamy it looks already. And there you go. And then you just temper it back the other way. You know, temper it back the other way. So now you put your fire on low. Put your whip into the pot and temper it the other way. Nice and easy. Look at that. Temper it right in there. And there you go. Now you leave it on low heat until it thickens up. So this is how it looks right now. It's a little bit loose, and I like with a wooden spoon, this is a critical point. I like to keep it on low, medium at the most, but I prefer low to do it nice and slow. And then always stir the bottom, because the rice will definitely, without a doubt, stick to the bottom. And it's basically like a custard. So this is gonna take like 6 minutes, I bet you. All right, consistency. Now we just gotta fish out the cinnamon stick. Fish it out, just like that. Boom, and we'll discard it. And then from here, you could either put it in a pie pan like I'm doing right here. Cool little pie pan. Or you can put them in little individual containers. Whatever floats your boat with this. I like the pie pan, it's traditional, everybody shares, family style. And then you even it out, shake it a little bit, and then you let it cool down a little bit. And now, after it cooled a little bit, I like to just sprinkle a little cinnamon on top, just like that. Good generous amount of cinnamon. You could use a sieve or you could take it right out of the container. I mean, in the diners, they make the little lines, but I like cinnamon in every bite of my rice pudding, just like that. And then what I like to do, so it doesn't form that little film on top, I take a little plastic wrap on there. And what I like to do with the plastic wrap is, you see how the steam is coming up? I like to leave the ends open a little bit, so then it cools down a little bit. Let it cool to room temperature, and then we'll pop it in the fridge. The moment of truth. I'm gonna plate something up for Yaya, so I'm gonna have her give it a try. We let it cool in the refrigerator, and there's a million ways to make rice pudding. I've done banana rice pudding, baklava rice pudding creme brulee. So if you guys are interested in all that fun stuff, I'm gonna teach you how to make it. I'm gonna do real simple plating for Yaya, because she's, you know, low key. So here we go. Little plate, and look at that beautiful thing. Oh, look at that, still nice and creamy. I like to just give her like 2 little dollops. Put a couple of berries on there for her. She likes blueberries, and it's an antioxidant. They're actually good for your blueberries, which is a good thing. I give her a little mint, because Yaya is that way. And we'll just give her a little sprinkle of cinnamon. A little sprinkle of cinnamon. And then we're gonna let Yaya taste it. Hey, Yorgo, I'm going to try your rice pudding, huh? But you know, let me say a few things, you know. In this society that right now, with the hate and protesting, we all need a little bit of love. We're all one skin, one blood. That's why you got to eat rice pudding. It's going to make everything better. Please try Yorgo's recipe. Bravo, Yorgo! You made the in these times, man, we need love. This is the most important thing. I'm gonna give this rice pudding a taste, and I like it with the blueberries. And like I said, if you guys wanna learn how to make it with bananas or some fancier way with real vanilla beans, this is the way I used to make it, and I grew up with it, and I really love it. So I'm gonna give it a taste. Spot on, chef's kiss. Remember, please subscribe to my page, my beautiful video page. And if you have any questions or you really want me to make something special, I've worked at some of the best restaurants in the world, not only Greek. Email me. God bless you and be safe.